The Bisesero massacre, what's your memory of it, first of all, at the time?
Oh, that was 25 years ago on the 27th of June. I was with the first French soldiers group who discovered Bisesero. That was shocking, awfully shocking. And when we went back on the base in Rwanda, in Kibuye, I saw for a very long time the French officer on sat phone telling the story of Bisesero. And the next day, no one's moved. So 2 days later, no one moves. 3 days later, there was a move. But that move was done because some French soldiers disobeyed to orders. That was incredible to see that. Incredible.
Why didn't they move?
I don't know. I still don't know. And the problem is that for years, there have been so many lies on Bisesero. During the first years, French army and French politics just said nothing happened. They really said nothing happened. This is not the point. Nothing happened. Bisesero world, this is perfect. And it has been taken something like 10 years before they begin to say, well, there is a little problem. And then lies, 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 and lies. And that video is showing that everyone knew at that time, which is obvious since the beginning. And the problem is why France takes so many time just to see the obvious things which are just under the eyes, just under our eyes.
All right, let's take it step by step here. This video that's been published by the investigative news website Mediapart, what do you make of the video? Why is it coming to light now?
I don't know. The thing is, the prosecutors decided, the judge decided to stop the instruction. But
this is the investigating magistrate.
Yeah. But on my point, they didn't achieve that job. The problem is the French army didn't move on Bisesero. That's obvious, and there is absolutely no way to contest that. So they have orders. Who gives the orders? What were exactly the orders? Where do they come from? What was the purpose of these orders? And that part of the job has not been done. So they are closing an instruction without doing the full job which should be done. That's the point, and maybe that's the reason why this video has been disclosed, because that video is for many years in the hands of the judge.
Why would France stay out of it? Explain it to our viewers.
This is a problem between France and Rwanda. France is quite implicated in Rwanda. I say quite implicated up to there.
Okay, we know we know the French army trained the government that was toppled by the forces of Paul Kagame. But
That's
why stand idle when there's a massacre going on?
I don't have this answer. Would I have this answer? I will give it to you very, very, very soon. But I don't have this answer. For me, that's 25 years later. It's still a mystery. But that's a mystery between so many mysteries in the French politics, which has been done in Rwanda, that it's a major point. But this is not the only one. Armed trafficking, political support, diplomatic support, military support before, during and after the genocide. That's the main point of that file. And that history between France and Rwanda has been so long, 25 years, and there have been so many tensions in front at that point. This is a damnful story.
Does this video bring us closer to the truth?
Yes, because it gives to the people who see the video the exact feeling of the French attitude by some officers, French military officers, on politics. You know, this is just, what a story. Let's forget that story. That's what we see on the video, and that's exactly the political attitude of France. Just let's forget this story. The problem is it's a genocide, and it's impossible when you are a country like France to forget such a story.
So where do you think the case is going to go now?
I don't know, because so many documents on file are on the table. The problem is mostly from the opinion. On the diplomatic side, in Europe and elsewhere, there is no one who has a single illusion on the role of France during Rwanda to Rwanda genocide. No one has a single illusion. Everything is clear. The problem is really political in France specifically.
All right, the role of France, let's just spell that out as well. Is it of complicity by passively standing back while it happened, or is it actively participating in the genocide, in your view?
The problem is with the word. What do you mean by actively participate in genocide? Giving some weapons and ammunition during a genocide is actively participation. Giving advices on the sort of counsel during to the one who are doing the genocide, is it actively participation? According refuge to the one who have been responsible for the genocide, is it active participation? Well, if it's active participation, so the answer to your question is yes.
And now we have a new president in France, Emmanuel Macron, too young to perhaps even remember those days, or he was young, he was a young boy at the time. We've sensed, even though there's no French ambassador these days in Kigali, a warming of relations, what with Rwanda's candidate approved with Macron's backing to head the Organization of Francophone Nations. Can Emmanuel Macron change the French attitude when it comes to what happened a quarter century ago?
He may try to change it, but the question is, what could be the price of, let's say, a reconciliation between France and Rwanda? If the price is just forget about all the questions who have been raised on the Rwanda story, that won't work. It's really impossible. So what will be the price? And up to now, we don't know that.
Put yourself in Macron's shoes. How do you address the issues that you're discussing head on without chastising with one brushstroke everybody in the French military?
Don't say everybody, because the French military is not a bloc, a single bloc. On the video, Mediapart video, we saw a sergeant-chef who is testifying what happens on these words are very strange. A lot of French military knows exactly what happens, and are not really happy of what happens. A few superior military officers try to cover.
So what do you do when you're the commander-in-chief? How do you address this?
There is a word, courage. You know, it will be next year the 25th anniversary of the genocide. Macron could go in Kigali and have a very courageous speech at that occasion. Other nations have done that. Bill Clinton came to Kigali and says very important thing. The Belgians did that. The only country who has not able to do that is France. Maybe it's time for France to do that.
All right.
Maybe.
Patrick de